Set to Carrick, and it's too far. And the point goes to the Panthers. Once again, Riley Driscoll on a bit of a roll here from behind the service line. It's 12-10. Panthers lead. Passed up front from Jones. Hit hard. Frey. There again, right down the line. Looked like that was Brianna Fields. And hit it right down the line. Point goes to Panthers. It's 13-10. 13-10 now. Panthers lead set number 1. And from behind the line again is Riley Driscoll. She has a roll going from behind the line for the Panthers. Driscoll set goes to Dunphy. Dunphy hits it across just a bit too far outside the backside, and the Tigers gain the point. It's 13-11. Panthers lead. Coming back into the ball game is Blackman. Out of the game went.
To all our viewers out there, I want to apologize. Our stream has not. We've been trying to use 2 cameras tonight, and it just has not been working out for us right now.
Obviously, that has crashed twice, so we're just going to go to the 1 camera and hopefully avoid that again here again. So, new technology, so there you go.
That's right.
Nice hit by Carrick, and the Tigers tie it up now at 13 apiece, so we'll have to work on that, but apologize for having that. It's crashed twice on us now, so we're just going to move on.
Part of a testing.
There you go. Back to serve as Blackman just tips the top ribbon. Set comes from Driscoll, hit across by Brianna Fields. There's Lexi Johnson. Big hit, big dig by Calvin. Dunphy hits it across. DeVries set to Lexi Johnson, just taps it across. And just right over the top of their big front row. And the point goes to the Tigers, and we're tied up at 13 now. Here is set number 1. The Panthers came to town to play ball. And served by Blackman, dug out by Fry. Hit by Fields, that's Kelsey Fields. Set to Carrick, right at the net. Dunphy's there, blocks it, but it goes out of play. Last touch by the Panthers. Back to serve is Blackman. Red Oak leads now set 1, 14-13. Blackman back to serve for the Tigers. Into the back row to, and there's Fields, but it's just out of play. Little bump set, and Fields hammers it, but it goes out the sideline. Point goes to the Tigers. And it is 15-13, set number 1. Red Oak with the lead. Blackman back to serve for the Tigers. Serve into the back row. Fry. Set from Driscoll to Brianna Fields. She hits it out. Pike goes to Tigers. It's 16-13 now. Red Oak with the lead. We're going to have a timeout on the court. Red Oak leads set number 1, 16-13. We'll be back after these messages. Number 1, 16-13. Eli, let's talk about streaming for a minute. People watching online, thanks for your patience. So here's what we have. We did add an additional camera tonight. It's causing some issues. It is in beta testing.
We are.
It is beta testing.
So we don't want to keep you guys from being able to watch the game tonight, so we will just stick with our 1 camera.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have any more problems. If we do, my head might blow off. So we're just going to try to go with this right now. I'm sorry again on that.
Back to action here. Blackman back to serve. Has a bit of a streak going here. Brianna Fields. Set goes to Kelsey Fields. She hits it hard. She is something at the net. Kelsey Fields is. And it's 16-14 now. Red Oak leads set 1 over the Panthers. Back to serve is Samantha Dunphy. She's a 6-footer. Usually a 6-footer on the team is the tallest girl, but not on this team.
That's right.
There's Carrick right at the line. Nice hit by Carrick, and nice job by Tori Carrick, and the point goes to the Tigers. The Panthers were there to block it and then tried to keep it alive and get it back over the net. Couldn't do it. Red Oak leads 17-14. Into the back row it goes and just hits Carly Calvin. And Red Oak leads 18-14 now. Back to serve, Tori Carrick for the Tigers. Serve right into the back row again to Calvin. Set goes to Kelsey Fields. DeVries keeps it alive. Lexi Johnson dug out by a Biltrip. Free ball across the net by Fry. DeVries set to Johnson. She hits it hard. And somehow it tipped the top ribbon and rolled down the net and fell back on the side of the Panthers. Tigers get the point here in set number 1.
Great job right there by DeVries. Kind of falling down, gets that set up, and a nice little kill coming from Lexi Johnson. 19-14 Tigers here.
Set number 1, ace serve by Carrick.
And and Red Oak's really been on a roll with those ace serves when I've been to the games here. It seems like they're getting a lot, but I have been jinxing them before.
I think this may be the biggest lead of the night for the Tigers, Eli. So the Panthers opened up with the lead and been fighting back and forth here, but the Tigers stretching that lead a bit now. Set goes to a Biltrip. That's Riley a Biltrip. Lexi Johnson hits it hard, but it's too far out the sideline, and point goes to the Panthers.
But the Panthers here, I'll tell you what, they are fighting right now. They're making Red Oak earn every single point that they have right now. 2015, wouldn't be surprised if Creston kind of got on a run here.
Morgan Driscoll comes into the game. Carly Calvin out of the game. Back to serve Kelsey Fields. Kelsey with a jump serve. There's Blackman, DeVries, push across the net by O'Neill. And Lennon O'Neill just gets it right into that open spot on the court, and the point goes to the Tigers.
Little miscommunication on the part of the Panthers, and Lennon just finds a soft spot on the court.
Back to serve now is Lennon O'Neill. 21-15, set 1. Red Oak leads. Serve into the back row. There's a Biltrip. Free ball across the net there by Driscoll. Lexi Johnson hits this one hard, and she got all of it.
Lexi Johnson's really been the go-to girl here for Red Oak this year. Gets up in the air and swings everything down, forcing that down on the bottom of the court. Nice swing there by Lexi Johnson.
We're going to have a little discussion here. I think we're going to have a timeout on the court, Eli. Let's take it with them, and we'll be right back after these messages. Orange Gymnasium. Red Oak leads set number 1, 22-15. It's been a pretty tough set here early on, Eli, though, but the Tigers now the biggest lead of the match at this point.
Yeah, and Creston really came out firing, swinging hard, but you know what? Still within this match right here, Red Oak's going to put the pressure on, try to stay here on the service line, but Creston, I'm telling you, they're going to be coming back right here.
There we go. Lennon O'Neill back to serve for the Tigers. We're set and ready for action, and here we go. O'Neill's serve into the back row to a Biltrip. Hit by a Biltrip from behind the 10-foot line. Blackman is there. Lexi Johnson. Hit by Fields. Hit hard. Dug out by Carrick. There's Lexi again. Hit the hit. Fry. Now hit by Brianna Fields, but we're going to have... I think it hit the upright, didn't it, Eli?
Or the antenna, whatever you want to call it, right?
The pin.
We got to in on that
23-15, Red Oak leads set number 1. Back to serve Lennon O'Neill. Into the back row. Set from Driscoll to Fields. That's Brianna Fields, but Justin's nice hit by Brianna Fields. And Brianna Fields coming out of the game, back into the game now is Evans. Evans goes back to serve. Also taking a seat is Driscoll. And into the game is Well, Driscoll comes into the game.
I think that's Rice coming.
Rice. There you go.
No, it's Evans. Sorry.
Lexi Johnson, I don't know. She just went up with this two-hand push right into that back corner, and the Panthers couldn't get to it. And Red Oak now, here we are at set point, 24-16 in set number 1. 24-16, back to serve is Lexi Johnson. And have a Bill trip back across the line. Carrick into the net it goes. Point goes to the Panthers. It's 24-17. It's 24-17. Back behind the line is Fry for the Panthers. Serve Jones receives. DeVries set to Carrick.
What a swing right there.
Garbaugh just crushes it, and it's 25-17. Red Oak leads, or Red Oak wins set number 1 here in Red Oak. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back right after these messages. Issues there. Try to beta test another camera, and it just created some issues. So we apologize for that. We're just going to leave that alone for the moment and just go with our old tried and true here.
That's right.
Hopefully next time we'll have the kinks worked out of that, Eli.
Yes, we should, I would hope.
And hopefully that adds a lot to it. But thanks for listening. Red Oak wins set number 1. Thanks for watching. And here we go for set number 2. Girls are on the court. They're ready to go. Officials are checking lineups, checking numbers. And looks like we're set. Now, here earlier this evening in junior varsity play, it was Red Oak 25-12, 25-6 in junior varsity play. Red Oak wins. In freshman, it's 25-7, 25-12. Red Oak wins both sets there in freshman play as well. And they won set number 1 in varsity play. So here we go. I think Blackman will be back to serve for Red Oak when we get underway here. Fields, that's Brianna Fields, ties her shoe. Now we're ready. Blackman with the serve into the back row to Frey. Set goes to Kelsey Fields. She hits it hard, but just a little too far. It goes out the backside, and the point goes to Red Oak. And once again, Ashlyn Blackman back to serve, doing a really nice job from behind the service line. Into the back row it goes, received by Calvin. Hit by Brianna Fields that time, and into the net. Point goes to Red Oak. It's 2-0. Red Oak leads set number 2. Back to serve again is Blackman. Ashlyn Blackman. Now, Ashlyn is a junior, a 5'3 junior for the Tigers. Into the back row to Brianna Fields. Set goes to Kelsey Fields. She hits it hard again and too far. Point goes to Red Oak again. She can hit the ball hard. Ashlyn Blackman back to serve. 3-0. Red Oak leads set 2. Into the back row. And a nice job there by Carly Calvin to recognize it's too far. Lets it go out of play, and the point goes to the Panthers. Panthers will serve. And back to serve will be Riley Driscoll, a senior. Into the back row to Blackman. Set DeVries. Hit hard by Carrick. Right into Kelsey Fields and Sam Dunphy. And a nice hit by Carrick, and the Tigers gain the point. It's 4-1. Red Oak leads set number 2. Back to service, Carrick. Jump serve. Into the back row, it's Fry. Chasing it down is Dunphy. Kept alive and across the net. Nice job by the Panthers. And then Kelsey Fields goes up and just taps it right into the open spot, right at the net, and the Panthers get the point. 4-2, Red Oak leads set number 2, and back to serve is Dunphy, Samantha Dunphy. She's a senior, 6-footer for the Panthers. Serve low just across the net. Abby Jones gets under it. Set goes to Johnson, but I think we're going to have a double touch call on the Tigers, so the point goes to the Panthers, and it's 4-3 now. And Dunphy back to serve, 4-3. Red Oak leads set number 2. Jones is there to get under it. DeVries set to Johnson. She taps it across. There's Dunphy. Set from Driscoll to a bill trip. She hits it across. Jones tapped across by DeVries. DeVries sets Johnson. She hits it down, and getting under it is Dunphy, but it's low into the net, falls to the floor, and the Tigers gain the point. It's 5-3, set number 2. And back to serve now, Lennon O'Neill for Red Oak. 5-3, Red Oak leads set 2. Into the back row, received by Calvin. Tapped across. Set goes to Johnson. She hits it hard, blocked nicely at the net by the Panthers. And net blocked at the net there by Fields. Point goes to the Panthers. It's 5-4, set 2. Red Oak leads. Red Oak won set 1 by a score of 25-17. Set number 1, Red Oak wins. Into the game, back to serve Peyton Rice. Received by Blackman. Up front to Lexi Johnson. She hits it hard. Driscoll was there, but just couldn't quite get under it. It was a hard hit ball from Lexi Johnson, and the point goes to the Tigers. 6-4, Red Oak leads set 2. Back to serve Lexi Johnson. Into the back row it goes. Fry gets under it. Driscoll. Set goes to Morgan Driscoll. That's Riley Driscoll to Morgan Driscoll. Tapped across by Chloe DeVries, and it goes out of play. Chloe's going for the set and then just pushes it across. Point goes to the Tigers. It's 7-4. Red Oak leads set 2. Lexi Johnson back to serve. Into the back row. Passed up too far across the net. Went. DeVries set to Carbaugh. That credit Brianna Fields to tap it back across, create a little bit of problems for the Tigers, and the point goes to the Panthers. Coming back into the game is Evans and a bill trip. That's Casey a bill trip. Taking seat is Driscoll and Fields. And back to serve will be Evans. Carrick passes to DeVries. Hit across by Lexi Johnson from behind the 10-foot line. Nice job by Casey a bill trip to get under it. Hit across by Driscoll or Riley a bill trip. Now Went hits it just to that back line and falls just inside, and the point goes to Tigers. Nice job by Cam Went to get that seam.
She's got that weird spin on the ball. It seems like it's not coming in so hot, but it finds a way to drop on that floor.
I'm telling you, she does that so many times. It's 8-5. Red Oak leads set 2. Hit across now by Casey a bill trip. It goes out of play, and the point goes to Red Oak.
Tigers are starting to seem in sync here now, starting to make routine plays, getting the ball across the court to each other, knowing what's out and what's in. Seems like they're kind of getting in sync here now.
They do seem to be in a bit more of a rhythm than they were in set number 1. Serve from DeVries. Passed up front, and we're going to have, I think, a double touch call on the Panthers. Point goes to Red Oak. It's 10-5. Red Oak with the lead in set number 2. And back to serve is Chloe DeVries. Once again, low across the net. Getting under it is Calvin. Or check that. Getting under it was Rice. Up front to Wentz. She hits it across. There's Fry. Evans. Set goes to a bill trip. She hits it across and gets the kill for the Panthers. It's 10-6. Red Oak leads set number 2, and back to serve is Riley a bill trip. She's a senior. She's a 5'11 senior for the Panthers.
Tall team here for the Panthers.
Certainly. Jump serve across the net. Jones low, passes up front, and free ball across the net there by Went. Set goes to Dunphy. She hits it hard. Johnson is there. Went with another hard hit, but it's comes down, blocked nicely, and the Panthers have the point. It's 10-7.
And that's where that height advantage comes into play for Creston. You know, Cam Went doesn't get off the floor so much when she hits the ball. Comes up and gets the over-top block here for Creston.
10-7, Red Oak leads set 2. And back to serve is Riley Abiltrip. She's a senior. Jump serve again from Abiltrip. DeVries, Carbaugh blocked at the net by Dunphy. Nice job by Dunphy with the block.
And wow, they've gotten about 3 blocks here in a row for the Panthers.
They're right back in set number 2. It's 10-8, and back to serve once again is Riley Abiltrip. She's on a bit of a streak here. Jump serve from Abiltrip. Into the back row to Jones. DeVries set to Carbaugh, or Carrick rather. Carrick hits it down hard, and the point goes to Tigers. It's 11-8 set 2. Back into the game is Lennon O'Neill. Out of the game, Liz Carbaugh. And back to serve for Red Oak will be Abby Jones. Abby with the jump serve for the Tigers. Into the back row it goes. Handled nicely by Rice. Set goes to Dunphy. She hits it across. Johnson is there. Went with the hit right inside. Perfect placement by Cam Went. Just inside that line into the open spot, and the point goes to Red Oak.
And she's able to do that. She just finds open spots in the court and is able to have them fall.
12-8, Red Oak leads set 2. Back to serve, Abby Jones. Into the front, but getting under it is Dunphy. But it just goes too far and goes out of play, and the point will go to the Tigers. Back to serve once again. Abby Jones, hard hit ball. Dunphy's there, passes it up front. Evans, set goes to Driscoll. Morgan Driscoll kept alive by the Tigers, pushed across the net now by Lexi Johnson. There's Hallie Evans, hit across by Dunphy. Passed up front, set goes to Went. She hits it across. Little miscommunication there on the part of the Panthers. They get it across the net. Went now with the attempt. Set from Evans. Right at the net, Dunphy, and gets it across the net, falls to the floor, and the Panthers have the point. It's 13-9. Back into the game, Kelsey Fields. Out of the game, Peyton Rice. And back to serve will be Morgan Driscoll. For the Panthers, serve is low and into the net. Point goes to Red Oak. Back into the game, Blackman. Out of the game, Went. Also coming into the ballgame will be Calvin, and Morgan Driscoll will have a seat. Blackman comes into the game. She'll serve for the Tigers. Ashlyn Blackman, a junior. There's Dunphy, pass up front. Fields hammers it down.
What Kelsey a big swing by Fields. They set that one up perfectly, getting her there on that quick little set that they have. She's able to hammer it down on Red Oak's side.
And back to serve will be Riley Driscoll. She's a senior. Riley is. For the Panthers. There's Blackman, passes it up front to DeVries. Hit nicely by Lennon O'Neill right into that corner and the backside, back left, and the point goes to Red Oak. It's 15-10. Red Oak leads set number 2, and back to serve for Red Oak will be Carrick. Tori Carrick, jump serve into the back row. Fry. There's Driscoll. Free ball across the net by Calvin. Set goes to O'Neill. She hits it back across the court, but it goes too far out the sideline, and the point goes to the Panthers. It's 15-11, set 2. Back to serve is Dunphy. Samantha Dunphy, a 6-foot senior for the Panthers. Low, but Blackman is there, gets under it. Tap back across by the Panthers. Lexi Johnson hits it across. Set from Driscoll to Kelsey Fields. She hits it, but O'Neill's there to block it. Set from DeVries to Lexi Johnson. Hits it hard, and the point goes to the Tigers. And back to serve for Red Oak will be Lennon O'Neill. It's 16-11, set number 2. 16-11, set 2. Red Oak leads. Lennon O'Neill with the serve to Fry. Riley Driscoll set to Riley, a build trip. Hit by Lexi Johnson just straight down the line. Point goes to Red Oak.
And Lexi Johnson's great at that. You know, even seeing from last year, she's able to hit down the line on both sides. Really brought it right there down on Creston's side.
When she gets line, I mean, she can hit the ball hard.
Yeah, and when she gets that line, she usually catches it.
So, absolutely. All right, Lennon O'Neill back to serve for the Tigers. Passed up front. Driscoll set to Kelsey Fields, and just outside. She misses just out the sideline. That was a hard hit ball, too.
And Kelsey Fields can swing.
I'd just duck.
And she,
I would duck.
It hurts my arms. I don't think I can hit a volleyball.
Wow. Lennon O'Neill, nice stretch from behind the service line for O'Neill. Set right at the net, blocked by Carbaugh. And the Tigers can't get it across, but that was Riley Abiltrip with the big hit there. And a nice job by Abiltrip. It's 18-12. Red Oak leads set number 2. Coming into the ball game will be Morgan Driscoll. And taking a seat will be Carly Calvin. Back to serve is Kelsey Fields. Jump serve from Fields. Low, just tips the top ribbon, but Jones is there. Set to Lexi Johnson. Pushes it to the back line. Hit across now, but there's Carbaugh to block it. And it falls to the floor. That was another hit by Riley Abiltrip. She can hit the ball well.
And, you know, her and Fields going back and forth, trading blows, coming over on the side of Red Oak side of the court. They really can swing hard.
It's 18-13. Red Oak leads set number 2. Another big hit by Fields there. Goes out of play. Sails out the backside. Point goes to Red Oak. Coming back into the ball game will be Peyton Rice. Kelsey Fields takes a seat. Ashlyn Blackman comes out of the game, and Went checks back into the game for Red Oak. And there's Lexi Johnson with the serve, low just across the net. And getting under it's Riley Driscoll right at the net. And the Panthers keep it alive, but they just hit the ball too many times. Hit it 4 times, can't do that. So
just a couple mental mistakes coming here from the Panthers causes them to take a timeout. Timeout Creston, 20-13 here. Red Oak leads here in set 2.
We'll be back after this. (20-13) in set number 2. Red Oak leads. Red Oak won set number 1, 25-17. They lead set 2, 20-13 in set number 2. Tigers seem to have just stretched this lead, Eli, and continue to stretch it.
And, you know, and that's what they're doing. I've kind of seen when watching the Tigers, and they get themselves a lead, they're able to stretch out just with the balance they have all over the court. Once somebody comes out, somebody else is coming in. Doesn't really matter who. The Tigers got balance all the way across the board.
Hit across by Driscoll. She can hit the ball. Driscoll can. Set goes to Went. She hits it, can hit the ball. She has done that tonight and finds that seam. Cam Went again at the net. 21-13. Back to serve Lexi Johnson. Low, hard serve. Low, she was being aggressive with it. It hits the top ribbon and falls to the court. And the Panthers have the point, 21-14. Coming back into the ball game is Evans, Hallie Evans, and Casey Abiltrip. Having a seat will be Brianna Fields and Riley Driscoll. Set goes to Carbaugh, hits it hard. Evans is there to dig it into the back row. I think hit across by Rice. Pushed across by a nice heads-up play by Chloe DeVries just to push it right across, and it's 22-14 here in set number 2. Red Oak leads 22-14, and Chloe DeVries back to serve for Red Oak. Chasing balls here through the gym. Now we're set. Here we go. Serve from DeVries. There's Fry. Evans hit across by Abiltrip. Dug out nicely. Boy, the scrappy, I'm telling you, the
Scrappy on
look
both sides
scrappy
here.
there. Set, and again, went at the net.
Went takes her
Cam
time getting
Went,
out there,
I'm
but
telling
she
ya.
can bring it down.
Cam went from the net again.
She has that spin on that ball. I swear it must have just spun right down the arm.
And here we go. Third, 23-14. Back to serve once again is Chloe DeVries. Kind of a soft serve across the net. Evans set and hit by Morgan Driscoll. Hit hard from behind the 10-foot line, Lexi Johnson, and it's set point.
And the way they're able to set Lexi Johnson up from behind the 10-foot line is something.
That's a challenge right there.
It's lethal for the Tigers to
set
have that.
point here, 24-14. Red Oak leads. Serve from DeVries and almost an ace serve.
And it is an ace serve. There we go.
Ace serve. Took a while to get there, but there it is. 25-14. Red Oak wins set number 2 here in Red Oak. We're going to take a break, Eli, and we'll be back with set number 3 right after this. Red Oak heading into set number 3. Red Oak wins the first 2 sets, 25-17, 25-14, heading into set number 3. Thanks to everybody watching online, Eli.
Yeah, and I'm sorry about earlier, obviously, with just a little technical difficulties. Like I said earlier, we are in a beta test running phase here. So hopefully sooner rather than later, we'll be able to get that out running for you cleanly, so we don't have to be me having to rush and try to get that stream back up and loaded. But it seems to be going well now. And we're just going to stick with this one camera here for tonight.
Absolutely. And heading into set number 3, let's just recap here what's happened earlier this evening. In freshman play, Red Oak wins 2 sets to none, 25-7, 25-12. And in junior varsity play, Red Oak wins 2 sets to none, 25-12, 25-6. And junior varsity play, and Red Oak leads in 2 sets to none here in varsity play, 25-17, 25-14. We have Kipley and Gelber leading the dance over here, Eli? Is that what we have going on?
I think that is what we have going. They have, like I said, the best playlist in the Hawkeye 10 coming from these 2 men right here on the right of us.
I wish we could get that on video here. That's what we need to do.
I'm sure we could here right now.
So
we can find a way to do it.
Let's see if we can have them dancing. So
there they are.
Yeah, getting it done.
Bouncing back and forth here.
There you go. All right.
Kipley with a nice little head bob.
Coach Gelber has him, I'm telling you, got it rolling. Kipley's running the video board. So.
Oh, yeah. It's always fun when you have that stuff going on.
All right. Looks like we're just about set for set number 3. Thanks to our sponsors for making it possible for us to be here this evening. We sure appreciate it. Tigers continue. The first set, Eli, early on, little out of sync, but they kind of settled in here later on in that first set, seemed to control the second set well, and I think the Panthers are going to come out swinging here. We'll see how the Tigers respond.
And, and they have been here, and they've been sticking with Red Oak in these couple past sets.
Johnson, set goes to Carrick. She hits it hard, and the Tigers are on the board first in set number 3. And back to serve for the Tigers will be Blackman. Ashland has done well from behind the service line this evening. Into the back row goes Fields, passes it up front. Fields hits it hard. That's Brianna and Kelsey. Little miscommunication on the part of the Tigers. They get it back across, set from Driscoll to Kelsey Fields, and Kelsey just goes up, uses that height, Eli, and just taps it right down into the open spot on the court.
Just finds that open spot. Great dig coming from sides of Red Oak. Miscommunication happens. You get a little out of sync. Kelsey Fields, smart player, been playing from the varsity level here for 4 years. Just knows the open spot.
Sam Dunphy, 6-foot senior, serves into the back row. Blackman passes it up front. O'Neal taps it across, kept alive. Tap back across by Kelsey Fields. There's Carrick to Johnson. Johnson hits it across. Getting under it is Riley Driscoll. Kelsey Fields sets Brianna Fields. She hits it across. Tigers control it. There's Carrick with the hit. And the point goes to the floor, and the Tigers score again. It's 2-1 in set number 3. Red Oak leads set number 3. They lead overall 2-0 here in Red Oak this evening. Thanks for joining us this evening. Almost an ace serve, but the Panthers get under it, hit across there into the net. As a bill trip, it gets its way across somehow. Lexi Johnson, hard hit ball. Tigers keep it alive. Little ragged here. There's O'Neill. Riley, a bill trip. Set goes to Kelsey Fields. There's Carrick. Set to Johnson. She hits it hard. And the point goes to Red Oak.
And that's the thing sometimes. You hit the ball so hard, it just bounces right back over on the other side. And that great job to Red Oak, though, to keep it alive. Lexi Johnson gets a second chance and brings it down.
Take a quick break here. Tell you who we are, where we are. Nice job by Lennon O'Neill to get the kill there. Welcome back to our radio. Red Oak leads 4-1, set number 3. Jump serve by Carrick into the back row. Getting under it is Calvin. Kelsey Fields to Riley, a bill trip. She gets it across. Set goes to Lexi Johnson. Lexi hits it hard, but the Panthers keep it alive. Fry hit across by Brianna Fields. It goes out of play.
Almost had that one run all the way down the net.
And the Tigers have the point. It's 5-1 in set number 3. Red Oak leads. Carrick back with that jump serve again. Getting under the ball once again is Calvin. Ace serve by Tori Carrick.
And that's what Red Oak's been doing, just adding on that time. Had to get another timeout here by Creston.
Timeout on the court. We're going to take it with them, and we'll be right back after these messages. We're in set number 3. Red Oak leads 6-1 in set number 3. Red Oak leads 2-0 overall this evening. 25-17, 25-14 in varsity play. Red Oak leads, and they lead set 3 6-1. Junior varsity play, it's Red Oak coming out in 2-0, 25-12, 25-6. Freshman play, Red Oak wins 25-7, 25-12, and like I said, they lead set 3 6-1. And we are back to action here in Red Oak, and back to serve for the Tigers will be Tori Carrick for Red Oak. Into the back row. Carrick serve. Hit by Kelsey Fields. Nice hard hit by Kelsey Fields, and the point goes to Red Oak. Our point goes to the Panthers, rather. Sorry about that. Into the game comes Peyton Rice. And coming into the game is Morgan Driscoll. Taking a seat, Kelsey Fields and Calvin for the Panthers. Back to serve is Rice. There's Blackman. From behind the 10-foot line is
two-touch call.
Double touch there. Jones hits it from behind the line, but there's a double touch on that, so the point goes to the Panthers.
Creston here trying to capitalize on some of Red Oak's mistakes to get themselves back into this volleyball match.
Serve from Rice. Set goes to Lexi Johnson. She hits it hard, kept alive by the Panthers. There's Riley Driscoll. Free ball across the net by Morgan Driscoll, or into the net, I should say. So the point goes to the Tigers. Jones comes out of the game. Carbaugh into the game for Red Oak, and back to serve will be Lennon O'Neill. 7-3, Red Oak leads set number 3. Low serve right across the net. Getting under it nicely will be Riley Biltrip. Hit hard by Morgan Driscoll.
And you know what? Creston's out here swinging. Red Oak's just kind of capitalizing on the mistakes from Creston. But, you know, they're swinging hard, and that's what you want to see here.
8-5, Red Oak leads. Lennon O'Neill serve. She was being aggressive on that one, going low again, and it gets into the top ribbon, falls back to the court. On the Tigers' side, point goes to the Panthers.
Just goes to show Creston's never going to give up on you here.
Brianna Fields, she's a junior. She can hit the ball hard as well. Brianna 5'10". They have some size.
They do. A lot of size.
They have some size on the side of the Panthers. Hit hard by Lexi Johnson. Peyton Rice hit free ball across the net, and nice job there by Blackman and Jones just to let it go.
They'll be a force when it comes to basketball season, too, with all that height.
They have some.
Last year being in the state semifinal game, so.
5'10", 6'2", 5'11", 5'10", 5'10", 5'11".
And they nearly have everybody coming back from that team last year.
And 6 foot. Yeah. I mean, they have some size. So Lexi Johnson serve into the back row to Fry. Get there by Carbaugh, dug out by Rice. Hit into the net by Dryden. This is the first time she's been in the game tonight, I think, Eli.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Hannah Dryden. She's a junior. Back to serve Lexi Johnson. It's 10-4. Red Oak with the lead. Set from Evans to Dryden. Hits it across the net. Jones is there. I don't know how she got that where she wanted it to be. She was really out of position, but somehow got it up front.
And she's just scrappy. Yeah. You know, we've seen some of those plays where
she and Lexi are talking about it out there too now.
You just go, how in the world did I get that? And it just happens that way.
It worked. 11-4, Red Oak leads into the back row to Fry. Set from Evans to Dryden. She hits it into the net, and the point goes to Red Oak. This is kind of what Coach Montgomery, when we talked at Lewis Central last week, the Tigers just seem in control.
Yeah, they do.
You don't see any panic on the part of the Tigers, and they're just – it's kind of how they've been playing this year.
Yeah, you know, and that's just how Red Oak, I think, style kind of is just under pressure. You don't fold. When you're in the moment, you still got your foot on the gas, and that's what they're doing right now, leading 13-4.
Double touch call on the Panthers. Red Oak leads 13-4. Lexi Johnson serve. Dryden's there. Set goes to a Bill trip. There's a Bill trip from behind the 10-foot line. We have a double touch call again.
Got a couple of those here.
Double back-to-back there, so those kind of mistakes are a killer. We're going to have a timeout on the court, Eli. 14-4, Red Oak leads, set number 3. We'll be back after these messages. Let's go crazy. So, are you guys doing something I need to monitor?
I don't know. Abby Jones is just giving some winks to Melanie here on the court.
So, 14-4, Red Oak leads. Set number 3. Back to serve Lexi Johnson. Up front, Evans. Set goes to Driscoll. She can hit the ball. It goes out of play.
Kind of went with a soft touch there, maybe to distract Red Oak here. Usually she's going hard, but you know what? She mixed it up a little bit.
Back to serve Lexi Johnson. 15-4, Red Oak with the lead. Serve to Fry. Evans. Hit hard. Dug out nicely there by Carrick. Tapped across by DeVries. And the Panthers just scrappy, keep it alive. There's Carrick. Jones. Hit across now by Went. Fry up front to Evans. Hit hard by Driscoll. There's Jones diving in there to keep it alive. And this time the Tigers can't get it back across the net. That's kind of a scrappy little volley there.
It is. And, you know, Jones just full extension out on the court, able to retrieve plenty of balls out here. But, you know, Cam White just goes backwards with it. Those happen, though.
And here we go. Back to serve now, Fry. Into the back row to Johnson. Jones keeps it alive and hits the rafters, falls to the floor quickly. Point goes to the Panthers. And it's 15-6. 15-6, Red Oak with the lead in set number 3. And back to serve once again is Fry. And here we go. Serve once again to Johnson. DeVries. Set goes to Went. She hits it across. Blocked nicely at the net by the Panthers. There's Jones right at the net. Blocked by Driscoll, that's Morgan Driscoll. It falls to the floor. I'm telling you, she's a good ball player.
And you know, Creston getting on a roll here, coming back into this 15-7, have 3 in a row here so far, trying to stretch that, get back into this match here with some more at the service line.
Fry's moved from left to right as she served along here this set. There's Carbaugh with the hit. Fry. Evans. Set goes to Dunphy. She pushed two-hand push across the net there. Tapped across by DeVries. Carrick. Set to Jones. And I tell you what, the Panthers are just laying it out, Eli.
And as
giving it all they got.
You know, they don't want to go home swept 3-0 here. They're just going to try to fight their way, claw back in here in this match.
The Tigers are just going to keep rolling here.
That's right. Putting their foot on the gas here.
Chloe DeVries to Rice. A serve by Chloe DeVries.
And that's just the little miscues that kind of take you out of a set, take you out of a match. Creston just needs to try to find a way to clean those up a little bit.
DeVries to Dunphy. Evans set to Dunphy. She hits it hard. Tigers get under it. From behind the 10-foot line is Jones. It's in play. That was quite a shot by Abby Jones right there.
Abby Jones, she's got eyes on the court, and she's able to see everything, especially being the libero back from the 10-foot line, able to put that down on the line.
And here we go. Trading out some balls, and here we go. Back to serve is Chloe DeVries, 18-7. Red Oak leads set 3. Getting under it is Rice. Evans, Dunphy hits it across. Right there at the net is Carbaugh. It falls to the floor. Coming back into the game, Kelsey Fields. Out of the game, Rice. Peyton Rice. And back to serve is Morgan Driscoll. Morgan Driscoll back to serve. Lexi Johnson. Set goes to Carrick. Dunphy set to Kelsey Fields. Getting under it is Lexi Johnson, but it hits the upright.
Upright antenna,
or the pin.
Yep, one of the 3.
Take your choice.
That's right.
Point goes to the Panthers, 18-9. Serve from Driscoll again. Hit hard by Carbaugh. Tigers are talking about it. There's Went and blocked at the net big time by Dunphy.
You know, Tigers starting to look a little out of sync. They're kind of trying to rush some things, and Creston's capitalizing on here.
Just they're not going away, and back to serve once again will be Driscoll. Jones passes it up front to DeVries. Hit by Carrick, and goes to the floor. Point. Tigers will have the point. 19-10. Red Oak leads set number 3. Red Oak won the first 2 sets. And they lead set number 3, 19-10. Abby Jones back to serve. Jump serve, low, aggressive serve. My goodness.
She's able to put some spin on that.
I mean, that ball just about an inch above the net. It was coming hard and then just right to the floor. Nice job by Abby Jones. 20-10. Here goes Jones again with the jump serve. Again, same thing twice in a row.
She's swinging that hard.
I'm telling you what, now it's hard to handle. That's 2 ace serves in a row. My goodness. She's all the way back to the wall. Here we go again. Now will she do hard or will she go soft here, Eli?
Soft, I'm guessing.
Nope, hard again, right into the back. Just dropped it right in that back corner. Abby Jones, that's 3 in a row.
I'm not even going to say anything. Just because I'm not, you know what happens when I say stuff about service.
So, into the game, Bass. Out of the game Went. 22-10. Red Oak leads set number 3. A little softer this time. She drops it right in the open spot. And there's Peyton Bass to go up and just crush it.
Jeez, and almost another ace serve. Just gets back over there, and Peyton Bass getting in the game tonight.
Steps
goes
in
up
the
top
court,
the net,
goes up
and
and kills it right there. It's 23-10. 23-10. Now we're going to have a substitution here. Merced Ramirez comes into the ball game. Coming out of the ball game will be Carrick. Also coming into the ball game, a Biltrip, and out of the ball game, Dryden for the Panthers. First time we've seen Merced. Jump serve from Abby Jones. Hard serve. She was going for it again. That time was going low, and that hit the net.
And as you should, but what a great service run there by Jones.
Wow. I mean, she hit the ball hard.
Yeah, I mean, it was hard. Yeah. It was spinning. It was going high up in the air. I just don't know how you do that.
Riley Driscoll back to serve now for the Panthers. 23-11. Red Oak leads set number 3. In the back row, Lexi Johnson. Lexi lets it go. Point goes to Red Oak, and here we go. This is match point, 24-11. Set number 3, match point. Back to serve is Peyton Bass. Into the back row it goes. Up front, Driscoll set the field. She taps it across. Ramirez keeps it alive. Hit hard by Abby Jones. And then Lexi Johnson goes up with the exclamation point right there and
that's how you put it away.
Puts it away, and that is it. Red Oak wins 25-11, set number 3. Overall, Red Oak wins 25-17, 25-14, 25-11. Tigers controlled it pretty much start to finish, Eli.
Yeah, start to finish. Tigers really, like you said, slow start, but you know what? They got in rhythm, they got in sync, and they just showed it here tonight, put it on the Creston Panthers.
Absolutely. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back after these messages. And Eli's thanks to our post-game sponsor here this evening, post-match sponsor, Red Oak Greenhouse. They're another great partner here in the community. Thanks to them for making it possible for us to be here. Also, State Farm Insurance agent Dave Carbaugh, thanks to him. You might recognize that name, Carbaugh and Liz Carbaugh. Certainly, yep. Thanks to them for being part of our streaming package here this evening. We sure appreciate it. And thanks to all of our sponsors. That's Miller Financial Group, Alley Porter Maquetto Architecture, Houghton State Bank, and Hy-Vee, Dollar Fresh there in Creston. Thanks to them for making it possible for us to be here. And too bad Abby doesn't come out of her shell, huh? So,
yeah, never. I don't think she ever does.
All right, we're going to take it back here, so we'll be right back.
I don't know. I mean, they were just on tonight, except that last one, right?
Well, hey, you were going at it. Okay, so here we go, guys. We have Kelsey Fields, 6'2", Riley Abiltrips, 5'11". You had a 5'10". You had Dunphy at 6 foot. What was your plan going into the game?
We knew Kelsey was going to be a big threat, so we focused a lot on just knowing where she's at and shutting her down early so she doesn't get on fire. And I think we did pretty well. Yep,
I think you guys did a great job up front. So the first set, maybe we're just a little slow getting started in that first set, but after about halfway in the first set, you guys never really looked back all night. Yep. I mean, it seemed like you played under control, and it was your game the rest of the night. What did you do over the summer, Lennon? Did you do a lot of practice over summer?
Well, I wasn't really a middle to begin with, but that's the spot they needed, and that I just wanted to play. So I did lots of work this summer, and especially the first part of the season, just working with a lot of the girls that have had experience and just helping me about what I need to work on and stuff. So.
Having fun?
Yes, definitely.
Well, it looks like you're. Abby, okay, Abby, I hate to, I mean, you played great all night.
Okay.
Did you have fun?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Your serving was remarkable.
Thank you so much.
And I'm going to have to comment on those last 3 ace serves in a row. I mean, you were backed up to the wall, getting a run at your jump serve, and those things were coming, I mean, just like a freight train.
Yeah.
I mean, so you're obviously going for it there.
Yeah, I was, for sure.
So do you like doing that? Is that
yeah,
fun?
I do.
Okay, how do you make the decision? So if you go 3 or 4 when you're going really hard at it, then you go that little floater. What do you get that from coach, or is that a decision that you make?
I mean, usually if I get a couple aces while the defense is pulled back, they usually take a couple steps back. I mean, that's what I would do. And sometimes even the 2 on the outsides just kind of scoot back and the middle's open, and I just kind of go for it.
Yep. I want you to hold your elbow up to the camera right there.
Which one?
That one.
This one?
This is what Abby, I mean, check out her sleeve. This is what I'm telling you. I mean, you were going for it. You've been doing that all season, though.
Yes, I have, yeah.
So what was your guys' strategy coming in tonight? Shut down
Kelsey and just kind of pull the block for everyone and try to get as many looks as we can. I mean, we're trying to spread out our hitters so everybody is going and everybody gets the ball, and we just kind of throw off their block, and I felt like we did a really good job of that tonight.
You guys did a great job of that tonight. I was really impressed. You guys just rolled. I mean, you're looking good. Who do we have next?
Tuesday we have Harlan. Harlan. And then Denison Thursday.
All right.
At home, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Still sitting on top. Hawkeye 10.
Yes.
Number 1.
Yes.
All right, very good. Thanks for stopping by, guys.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
A lot of fun to watch, guys.
Thank you.
Make it a great night. Thank you much.
Thank you.
Can you hear me, Coach?
I can, yeah.
All right.
Why have my mask on, Eli? What the heck?
Wow.
Oh, these are smart.
Red Oak, joined now by the head coach of the Red Oak Tigers, Coach Angie Montgomery. Coach Montgomery, I'm telling you what, your girls look good tonight.
Well, at times we did. At times we looked as though we haven't played for a little bit, I guess. But, a win is a win. I thought we looked a little bit more like ourselves, and, some of the stuff we've been working on towards the end there. Started serving way more aggressively, and we were in system a little bit more.
Yeah. So, okay. Let's start first. Set number 1. We started pretty slow in set number 1.
Yeah, yep.
But about halfway through set number 1, it seems like we kind of gained control. And then the Tigers just kind of took control and kept playing the rest of the night.
Even we got down a couple times, by 1 or 2. And, we never really felt it was out of their reach. Like they always kind of have that confidence. And I have that confidence in them. I can tell they're overplaying a lot of things. They know. I mean, obviously Kelsey Fields is just a phenomenal hitter. I mean, she got a hold of one there and was like within 10 foot, and she can if she gets that really good opportunity, a great set on a good pass. Like she can kill the ball, and we knew that. And it's hard. She's so much bigger than all of us out there. So just trying to get up and get hands on her, and we did a couple times, but she's a great player. And obviously that was part of our game plan to stop her. So.
But you're looking across the net at some big girls. I mean, you're talking 5'11", 5'10", 5'10", 6 foot, 6'2".
Yeah.
But your girls just, no problem.
Well, it's probably been since we've had that. Where's Grace Blumstead back here? That's probably the last time we had someone over 6 foot. And, we may not have the tallest kids as, Allie last year in the middle, her, Madison Gilbert when she played middle, but our kids can jump, they're athletic, they're quick, and that's, we like that. It'd be nice to have a little height. Like I'd love, a good 6'2", 6'3" girl that we could, but that's okay. We're all right.
We'll take them. I mean, you played well tonight, Coach, but okay. What did you see? Statistically, what are you seeing there looking at your stats?
A few more errors tonight, but really overall, I thought we did a great job of getting into the seams. We knew we needed to kind of run a little bit quicker, which, got them off, and we got past their block a lot. I do really feel like our hitters did a great job of using the block, getting into the seams. I mean, we did get blocked a few times.
Yeah.
But
you're going to, Coach.
Exactly, and that's what we said to him. You got to swing fearless into there. We knew that the speed of the block coming over to close wasn't always there. So if we could up our tempo and get into that seam, we were good. Looks like Lexi led us with 11 kills. Tori with 6. Cam with 5. Liz, Lennon, all 3. Chloe and Abby each had 2, and then Peyton came in at the end.
Yes, she did.
She had a great JV match tonight, so I knew I was going to get a chance to use her and see. She swung really hard during JV, and I love that. So
from behind the service line, what are you seeing?
Oh, well, that picked up towards the end. I do feel like, we served harder as the night went on. Abby led us in aces. She had 5 ace serves, only 1 error. Tori had a great couple runs for us back there where she was serving hard and low and had a good spin on it. So she had 3 aces, and then Chloe DeVries also added an ace in there. So just, I mean, a good night. Good night overall. Good solid win in 3, and you just one game at a time.
Absolutely.
They keep surprising each other and us, and we know what we're capable of, and it's just important to one game at a time.
Abby Jones on those 3 ace serves in a row there, Coach.
Yeah.
Oh, she was hitting the ball hard.
Yeah, you can tell when she starts to feel it. Like then I can't even watch her approach back there because
she goes all the way to the wall.
Oh yeah, and she's got that toss, and it's like, oh my gosh, she's got impeccable timing.
That's for sure. Well, I mean, it was a lot of fun. Who do we have next, Coach?
Well, next we're off this weekend, which is rare. Normally on homecoming weekend we go to Tri-Center, and so we've got the weekend off. And then next week starts our gauntlet of like 3 weeks in a row with 6 matches.
Yeah.
So I think we're one of the teams with the least amount of conference matches. So I'd love for the future to kind of even that out, because now we go to Harlan on Tuesday, which will be a tough match. They just switched Lewis Central in the 4A rankings today. And then we host Denison on Thursday. We go to Tri-Center next weekend, and then it'll be, Creston and St. Albert the following week, and then the triangular with Shenandoah and Atlantic. So we're going to play a lot of matches in the next 3 weeks. So we're ready for that, though.
I think you're playing well, Coach.
I think so, too. Thank you.
You're playing well. And like you said, the girls never seem panicked. I mean, they're just
they don't.
In control.
Yep, they do. They don't seem to get we don't need them to get over-emotional. Like they can, move on to the next point, and that's what we like to see. You can tell certain teams that you play are a little bit more on that emotional side where you can kind of get in there. I don't see that if they get blocked once or twice, they shake it off. It's let's try something new. So I think that's mental toughness is huge in really any sport, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's something we've just really preached on.
Okay, Coach, I have one final question, and you're not gonna know what I'm talking about here, but
no.
Eli and I have had this ongoing debate for a year now.
Oh.
The uprights.
Yeah.
Antennas,
yes.
Uprights. What are they called?
Antenna. Yeah. Otherwise, sometimes we call them pins.
Well,
I'm going,
the
correct terminology, I'm going to go with Eli. It is antenna, but we call them pins a lot, yes.
You don't know volleyball as well as you think you do, Coach.
Hey, it's like I think Eli's got me. He's got my back here.
Oh, my gosh.
You guys have had quite the debate on this, I guess.
How many times have you been to state? I think I'm
6. 6.
You don't know, Coach. I'm telling you, you're still learning this game.
Well, what was Mel's?
She wasn't in on the debate.
What?
I call them upright. So
uprights. That's okay.
So, antenna.
Right.
Well, all right. I guess we'll go with that. I'll give it to you, Coach. So
yes. All right.
Well, it was a lot of fun to watch.
It was a lot of fun to watch.
Thank you much.
Thank you.
And for stopping by, we appreciate
Absolutely.
it. And we look forward to next week.
Yeah, let's bring it on.
Make it a great night, Coach.
Thanks,
Thank you.
You too.
Coach Angie Montgomery with us there, the head coach, and my